Hey guys, welcome to the channel and another video. Today I'm going to be starting Chernobyl by Craig Mazin. This is a show I've been hearing about for the past 2 years, and honestly I've only heard good things about it. I know that it's about the Chernobyl disaster of 1986 in the Soviet Union, and I also know that it won a ton of awards. I've heard that it's a rather grim and serious portrayal of the incident, and I'm looking forward to seeing it since it was based on a real life event. I do know a little about the disaster as I've watched documentaries many years ago. I know that it's only 5 episodes, so I'm sure the story is going to be very tightly packed. I don't know who's starring in this one though, except Jared Harris, who's a fantastic actor. I'm pretty excited to get started, honestly. Just to note, my TV shows videos, they're going to be a little different from the movie videos. I usually take a couple of hours to write up a 1500 to 2000 word review for every movie I watch. The per episode reviews will be much shorter, and I think I'll likely write up a proper review after finishing the whole show. That'll give me more to work with and more perspective, if you know what I mean. But before we get into it, to help support the channel, I have a Patreon page for full-length reviews and reactions to this show and over 120 movies and TV shows. Early access and weekly polls for what to watch next. You'll need your own copy to watch along. The link's in the description below, by the way. Please consider being a patron. Please subscribe to the channel. Click that bell icon for instant notifications. Do check out my other videos. Like if you liked this video, dislike it if you didn't. With all that being said, let's get started. Chernobyl, Episode 1, Mazin. Let's go! HBO, they make the best shows. I'm currently watching Succession, which is, so good. I think I hear something.
What is the cost of lies? The real danger is that if we hear enough lies, then we no longer recognize the truth at all. In this story, it was Anatoly Dyatlov. He was the best choice.
Moscow 86.
The man doesn't deserve prison. He deserves death.
That's Jared Harris.
There was nothing sane about Chernobyl. They'll deny it, of course. They always do. I know you'll try your best.
Such a grim beginning. I think he's suffering from radiation poisoning based on the blood on the napkin. Was he hiding the tape and getting rid of evidence? But I think he's being watched. Yep, he's suffering from radiation poisoning. Great visual storytelling. Oh! He killed himself. Wow! That was a powerful intro. Ukraine, 2 years and 1 minute earlier. Oh! Is that the explosion? I love the time it took for the sound to arrive. They're not showing the disaster directly. We're seeing it through the eyes of this couple. Yep, now we're in the power plant. Dyatlov. This is the man who Jared Harris's character was talking about.
You and Toptonov, you morons, blew the tank.
No, that's not... There is no core!
So what are they supposed to cool down?
The stack is burning, I saw it.
You're confused. RBMK reactor cores don't explode. Akimov.
He doesn't believe it. After a slow intro, this is picking up so fast. Oh no, I think this is what holds the fuel rods, judging by the holes.
But it doesn't look right. What if they're chemicals?
Not chemicals. The problem's the roof.
125, 2 minutes after explosion, because this episode is called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I assume it's at 1 a.m., 23 minutes and 45 seconds.
What the fuck is this? It's 3.61 guns as high as it goes.
Damn.
Where's Victor? Still in the pump room. Stay here, I'll come back.
Radiation poisoning already. That means if this happens that fast, they're already dead.
Victor, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Dude's face is melting off. This dude is so oblivious.
Get down there and make sure those pumps are on. Now.
3.6 roentgen, but that's as high as the meter.
3.6. Not great, not terrible.
He's being ignorant. That meter is already maxed out. Wow, beautiful cinematography here. I love how the colors are interacting with each other. 7 minutes. They have no idea that there's radiation everywhere. Nobody does.
Oh, Vasily, what's this?
I don't know, Misha. Don't fuck around with it.
We need to get into the reactor hall to lower the control rods while the door's jammed.
I don't think there are control rods.
Oh no.
I don't think there's a core.
No. Radiation passes straight through the DNA and it just corrupts it. They still don't believe it, or they refuse to accept it. I think that's more accurate. They refuse to accept it. There's nothing there.
Do you want to come with us? Come where? Going to the railroad bridge to get a better look.
And the people of the town have no clue as well.
I don't think you should go. It could be dangerous.
It's a fire. It's over there. We're over here.
Mikhail.
Take him to the infirmary. He's delusional.
You're delusional.
I'm going to the administration building now.
About 30 minutes.
Pills. Does the hospital stock iodine pills?
Iodine pills? Why would we have iodine pills?
For radiation poisoning? I think more officials are being woken up now.
We have the situation under control.
Under control?
Tell me what happened, quickly.
Encountered technical difficulties leading to an accumulation of hydrogen in the control system tank. It regrettably ignited, damaging the plant, setting the roof on fire.
What about radiation?
3.6 roentgen per hour.
Oh man, the townspeople, they're watching it like a spectacle. They're breathing all of that in. Every single particle is contaminated to hell. And I love the color grading. The greenish, almost dark bluish tone.
Do you have a cigarette? Do you need help?
There is no help. Some of them are already screwed. Look at his face, it's already red. I wonder how much of this was done digitally and how much is done practically. Since it's HBO, I can't tell anything.
They're running the safety
So
tests
well
on the
made.
turbines. Blew the control system tank. It doesn't make sense to me either.
Gentlemen, welcome.
I know that actor from Game of Thrones.
First, the accident is well under control.
A lie?
You saw men outside vomiting.
That's true.
You saw men with burns. There's more radiation than they're saying. I say we evacuate the town.
It looks like he's the one clearly in charge
I
here.
wonder how many of you know the name of this place. Vladimir I. Lenin.
We've seen his bust earlier.
And how proud he would be of you all tonight. Now, the state tells us the situation here is not dangerous.
He's appealing to their patriotism.
We seal off the city. No one leaves. And cut the phone lines. Contain the spread of misinformation. That is how we keep the people from undermining the fruits of their own labor.
What a horrible decision.
We will all be rewarded for what we do here tonight.
We found another dosimeter.
And?
It maxed out. 200 roentgen.
It's another faulty meter. You're wasting our time.
How'd you get that number from feed water leaking from a blown tank?
They still think it's a blown tank.
I think there's graphite on the ground in the rubble.
We've seen it. We've seen...
You didn't see graphite. You didn't! Because it's not there!
Look at his denial.
I'll see it with my own my own eyes.
The feed water. Been around it all night.
They're still trying to justify it. Holy crap.
Go to the vent block roof and report back what you see.
No. I told you. We did nothing wrong.
Then whose fault was it? Everybody keeps shifting the blame. Jeez, what a shot. And his face, look at his face. It's red. I think they're still in denial. That's crazy, man.
Hello?
Valerie Legazo?
Yes?
There's been an accident at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant.
Their face is blistering. This is so hard to watch. What a beautiful shot, but that's a cloud of radiation. Oh man. Oh man. This is crazy. I love the fact they're not using any music. It's just, I think, the sound of a radiation meter. Okay, I took some time to collect my thoughts. First off, what a disaster. What a disaster. The first episode of Chernobyl was fantastic and incredibly sad to watch. It was like watching a tragedy unfold in real time. The start was slow, but everything changes when we see the explosion, and the pace picks up considerably after that moment. The first episode introduces us to some of the central characters, including Anatoly Dyatlov, Valery Legasov, Akimov, and a bunch of technicians and bureaucrats. The story seems to be told from multiple points of view, like the hospital, the town, the chain of command, and of course the power plant itself. The story got me hooked from the moment of the explosion, and we start to see the amount of mismanagement and confusion by the staff of the plant, the residents of the town, and the people in charge. A special mention goes out to none other than one of the most blind, ignorant, and in denial characters I've ever seen, Anatoly Dyatlov. The crazy thing is that he was a real person. He existed. It's hard to believe and heartbreaking to watch. He was ignoring everybody's warning. Even after seeing people's faces melt off, that man thought it was from contaminated water, and the core itself could not have been destroyed. I mean, we saw graphite. How can you deny that, man? On the other hand, the writer and director take quite a while to establish the fact that the reactor of this kind cannot physically explode. It's not designed that way. I think that's what reinforced Dyatlov's blind belief that the core couldn't have exploded. Again, it was incredibly sad to see the people being sent to their deaths in the name of bureaucracy and incompetence. They had to walk. A couple of characters had to go near the core, and that was a death sentence right then and there. Horrible. The Soviet Union had a complex political structure where blame is just passed on and nobody wants to take responsibility for their actions. We saw that one of the technicians repeatedly saying that he did everything correctly. If so, how did the damn thing explode? My conclusion so far is that the design of the reactor itself was probably inherently flawed. I'm obviously not sure, but I can't wait to find out. The performances by the cast and the production design of the entire show, it's phenomenal. It's HBO. I expected nothing less, to be honest. From the cinematography to the editing to the lack of music, it was all so terrifying, especially at the end, seeing the townspeople go on about their business, seeing the kids go to school, knowing that they're already too late to evacuate. Oh man. Overall, this is an amazing show and an insane introduction to what is about to unfold. I like the fact that it deals with the disaster directly and doesn't beat around the bush for too long. I have no idea what's ahead in the next episode. All I know that 200 roentgen is many times the lethal dosage, and I expect more people to die and no one to take responsibility for this situation. Anyways, thank you for watching. I have a Patreon page, consider being a patron. Subscribe to the channel, do check out my other videos, like if you liked this video, dislike it if you didn't. I will see you in the next one. Bye.